Today, we're going to teach you guys how to kill Zamorak, Lord of Chaos. The point of this guide is not necessarily to show you how to get fast kills, but to get consistent kills. So the setup we're doing is going to primarily focus on doing mechanic skips, which means you're going to burst him really hard so that he never actually does any of his moves on you. So that's the goal of this guide. After we do one kill, I'm going to go back in and then kind of show you what happens if you like fail the mechanic skip and what you need to do to deal with each mechanic. But for now, or the primary focus of this guide is going to be how to skip all of the mechanics and get very chill, even if they might be a little slow, Zamorak kills. So our setup, full tier 90 tank armor. We're wearing a Zut cape, Amulet of Souls, and Luck of the Dwarves. This can be a 6-stage circuit if you have one. This rune pouch is just a prayer bonus. We're not using any of these runes. Tier 90s, and then we're using a jazz book. Yeah, that's basically it. For our aura, we're using Aegis. Aegis, there aren't a lot of auras that are good here. You could use penance, just so you don't have to worry about prayer pots and you can bring more food, although you shouldn't have to eat all that much. You can bring Majorat. That aura is really good. Same thing with dark magic. Both of mine are on cooldown, so I'm just using Aegis. And yeah, that's basically it. So I have the dungeon skips, so I'm not going to go over how to clear the dungeon or anything like that. We're just going to go in. So when we go in, I don't like to summon any of my guys here. Okay, I just summoned. Okay, hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. When we go in, I don't like to summon any of my guys. I just put on my prayers, switch to pray magic, and then just kill these guys with basics. If you want to bring a Hellhound, you can. It's not necessary, though. I haven't found a need for that level of damage reduction. So we're going to kill 5 of these guys. Also, I'm bringing Lucky Charms here, because the Lucky Charms work on the Channelers. Okay, so after you kill 5, we're going to Overload and use Darkness. We're going to summon all of our guys. Activate Vengeful Ghost. Then we're going to kill this one with basics. We're going to wait for Zamorak to walk to us. We're going to Skulls. Okay, and then we're just going to let Revolution do everything for us for a little bit. We're going to drag him over to the platform. So as you can see, I'm not using any of my spending abilities. I'm not using Finger of Death, and I'm not using Volley of Souls, and that's because we're setting up for a big burst. So right now, this is like Zamorak's overhealth, basically. You want this to be as close to 0 as you can get. So we're going to stand on the pad, we're going to Living Death, we're going to build up Adrenaline. You want it to be about 3/4 full. Then you want to step on the pad, use a basic, use Skulls, use Finger of Death, use Finger of Death, use Volley of Souls, use Weapon Spec. And that will instantly skip to the next phase. So now we're just going to use Volley of Souls again, or we're going to use Skulls just to drain his health, because the biggest thing is we want to drain his overshield as much as we can before we go up to Infernus. Yeah, my Soul Split flicks are definitely a lot better now that I'm not lagging. It's okay to use like a couple, like a Finger of Death here and there. It's not like a big deal because we're going to rebuild it on our way down. When you want to go up, you put Bloat on. Anticipate, and then go up. Then here, you can put Bloat on her. And then kill her with basics after you put bloat on. We're not using any of our conjures because we want to wait for her to die before we use them. Okay, so we're going to summon all of our conjures now. We're going to go down, activate Vengeful Ghost. We're going to step on the pad. Activate Living Death. We're going to step on the pad, cast 2 abilities, and then same rotation. Skulls, Finger of Death, Finger of Death, Volley of Souls, Weapon Spec. And then we're going to do that 4 more times. And then that's going to be the entire kill, basically. So we're just going to walk over here. Wait for him to catch up to us. The order of the fonts doesn't matter too much. I started on the first font for this kill, but I don't recommend starting on that because you take a lot more damage throughout the fight. But generally speaking, if you just go to the fonts in the order that I'm going in them, then you won't have any issues with this. The most important thing is not so much the fonts that you start with, but the ones that you end with. So we're going to bloat, and then we're going to anticipate and go up on the same tick. The biggest thing is you just want to anticipate before you get to the mage because her first attack will stun you. I'm going to use Excalibur because my health isn't full. Summon all of our guys. Go down. Activate Vengeful Ghost. Step off the pad. Drop his health a little bit. Okay, his health is empty. So we're going to activate this. Use 1 ability. Step back on the pad. Use 2 abilities. Use Skulls. Finger of Death. Finger of Death. Volley of Souls. Weapon Special. And this is just what you do for the entire fight. So I brought Vulnerability Bombs, and Vulnerability Bombs are really good here because it makes it so you can way more consistently hit the threshold. I have 113 Necro, so I'm not using them to kind of show you a little bit better like what your guys' damage would look like if you're not this high Necro. So now we're just going to put bloat on him. Anticipate. Click on the button. And go and kill this guy. Put bloat on her. Then just soul split. Step off the pad. Step on the pad. Use 2 abilities. Skulls. Finger of Death. Finger of Death. Volley of Souls. Weapon Special. And now we're just gonna drain his health again, or his gray health rather. I'm gonna use a Finger of Death just to drain a little bit faster. Also, I'm gonna start eating a little bit because he is doing quite a bit of damage to me. So we're gonna go up, anticipate. I'm gonna bloat her. So here we're actually going to unsummon our guys, and you do that by unequipping your lantern. So you can re-equip it, then resummon all of them. Okay, we're gonna Living Death, use 2 basics, use Skulls, use Finger, use Volley. No, we don't even have to weapon spec here. So now, while we're moving to the last pad, you'll notice that there's these like red rune marks on the pads. Those will do a pretty big burst of magic damage. So what you want to do is you want to anticipate, and they'll stun, devotion, and then wait for Zamorak to switch to magic, if you can. And then he switched to magic, then you step on the pad. If you don't wait for him to switch, you will take a pretty big ranged hit, which is fine, but it is just a decent amount of damage. Okay, we'll summon all of our guys again. We'll go down. Drop his health. Okay, step on the pad. Use 2 basics. Use Skulls, Finger, Volley of Souls, weapon spec. And that is how you kill this Zamorak. If you use power armor, it's like way more consistent. You never have to worry about not getting any of your skips. But yeah, the point of this is to get you easy kills, not necessarily fast kills. Once you're a little bit more comfortable, then we can start looking into some of the other mechanics, which will come out in my 100 Rage Plus guide. But yeah, in terms of what's it called? How to kill it? Ideally, it's just a DPS dummy. 2.5 mil is not too bad. Also, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but I'll put something in the description about it. The pad order is like, if this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you're facing the sword, it's 1 to 6. The pad order that I did this kill was 1, 2, 6, 4, 5, and then 3. If you want a significantly safer kill, what you can do is you can do 2, 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. The reason why I was taking so much auto attack damage is because I started with 1. The only thing that changes by not starting with 1 is that you take way less damage. So if the order that I did in this video is, if you feel like you're taking too much damage and you feel like you're not safe, then definitely consider using the 2, 4, 6, 1, 5, 3 order. I'm gonna do a second kill that shows that order so you guys can see how much less damage we're taking. But yeah, the most important thing is that you end your kill with 5 and 3, because those are the most annoying runes to deal with. That's not the right one. So we'll reset a kill just to show you that it is like way less damage. Wait, I think I hit yes to continue. Oops, I'm bad. Okay, so we'll pray magic. And then just use basics. Okay, so here we overload, darkness, summon all of our guys, activate Vengeful Ghost, then we kill this guy. Also, another thing that you can do here, which I didn't do last kill, is you can start the kill with Invoke Death. So we're going to do that here. But we're going to start the kill the same way. So we're going to step on the pad, get it charged up a little bit just so we can like do the rotation the right way. So we'll step on it, use 2 basics, skulls, finger, finger, volley of souls, weapon spec. We'll walk him down here. We'll use 1 more skulls. And then we'll like stand still so he can actually like get hit by them. And then it's fine to use this skulls because we're basically just waiting for living death every single time anyways. So it's fine to use your skulls if you want. Okay, we'll walk over here now. So this is the 4th pad. Gonna put bloat on, build our adrenaline. Okay, we're gonna anticipate. And then go up. Then we're gonna hit this lady. Oh, I forgot to summon all my guys. Well, we can just summon all of them now. We're just going to take damage from Zamorak while we're summoning. I did not mean to walk on that. We'll bloat. So because it's above half, what we're going to do this time is we're going to wait until we have 1 ability left. So we're going to walk on, use 1 ability, and then use skulls. Finger, finger, volley, weapon spec. Gonna put bloat back on. Gonna put volley. But you can see we're taking significantly less damage. And like how little damage we're gonna be taking is gonna be like you're really gonna notice it as we get further and further into the kill. So we're just gonna volley this guy. Nice. He's dead. Resummon everything. Go back down. And then we're just gonna wait for our death skulls to come back up. Okay, death skulls. touch, walk on the pad. Actually, hold on. We'll walk off the pad. Now we'll walk back on the pad. We'll wait a second and cast Skulls. Finger. Finger. Volley. Weapon spec. There we go. So this kill I was supposed to go over like what happens if we mess up the mechanic skips, but honestly with this rotation, it seems so consistent that you're never really going to be able to mess it up. So I'll more just focus on like how much better this pad order is, because like you can see we're like not taking any damage. Like the biggest thing is remembering our prayer for this pad order. So let's step off the pad. Then we're just gonna wait for our living death again. And I have Vuln Bombs with me and I'm not using them just to kind of show what type of damage you guys will be looking at. Okay, so we'll use 2 abilities, then we'll walk on. Use 2 abilities. Use Skulls. Finger of Death. Finger of Death. Volley. Weapon spec. Oh, I went too early. Okay, I see. So for this mechanic, he's going to disable your prayers. Then he's going to start hitting you with magic attack. As soon as the bar empties, you just want to put pray magic on. It's the easiest way to deal with that. If you walk out of the circle when the bar is empty, you're going to hit with a big typeless hit. So just stand inside of it and pray magic. I'll put bloat on him. So now we're going to go to the 5 pad because that's the most annoying one. Gonna teleport. Anticipate. We're going to use Excalibur because we're less than full health. We're going to resummon all of our guys. So the reason why I dealt with the mechanic there is because I forgot to drain his gray health back to 0 before doing my living death. So this time we are going to remember to drain his gray health back to 0. Okay, living death. 2 basics. Walk on the pad. 2 basics. Skulls, finger, volley of souls, weapon spec. And then the reason that you walk, so you want to get in the habit of every time the pad fills, you want to immediately walk off the pad. It's just good, it's good practice because you want to be in the habit of doing that, specifically for dealing with the 5th pad. So now we're gonna pray magic, walk over both of these, pray range, and go up. I anticipated before I walked over them because they do stun you. So we're just gonna use Skulls here. Okay, we'll summon all of our guys. Activate Vengeful Ghost, go back down. Hit this guy. Thanks. And now we're just going to drop his gray health down to 0. Okay. Living Death. 2 basics, or 2 abilities. Walk on the pad. 2 basics. Skulls, walk off the pad because it's full. Finger, volley of souls, and then he's dead to death mark. So, yeah, that's how you do Zamorak. The good thing about Necromancy is that you can very easily just skip all of the mechanics. So, until you start pushing really high in rages, like 500 plus, well, probably around like 400, you can just skip all of the mechanics, so you don't have to worry about it. I messed up one of the pads, so I had to deal with the mechanic. They're pretty much all like doable, but in the 100% guide, I'm going to like work more on those because they're way more important on dealing with them properly there, because the 100% guide is going to scale, you know, all the way up to 60k, right? So that will be in the next video, but yeah, that's Zamorak. We got 2 mil, that's good. Cool.